Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of AQ's Open Mic Thursdays. Today we have Timeless. Timeless, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Timeless from Vancouver Island. What is up?
Thank you, Timeless. So Timeless, tell us a little bit more about yourself. You're from the island. How long have you been making music, and how are you different from any other artists?
Hey, thank you for having me. I am from the island, born and raised. I've been making music for about 2.5 years now. I've only been putting it out for like a year and a half though. Um, and how do I differentiate myself? I would say I hold a very heavy level of authenticity to myself, and I am very much not afraid to be the one that stands out in a crowd, whether that's good or bad in another person's perspective.
Hmm.
So I think that I just have a pretty strong mind, and I also think I've been sitting and staying low and watching a lot of things and applying it to my own case without having to verbalize that. So it kind of benefits me.
Okay, that's some interesting stuff. I'm personally curious about that stuff, but we can touch on that later, I think. So what kind of music do you make? I think that's really important to mention.
Um, so on a generalized standpoint, my music would be put into R&B.
Hmm.
I love R&B. I do say I make R&B music. However, I would say I'm going into the melodic rap, alternative type of thing of lately.
Nice.
But I stick around acoustics. Any instrumental that's got a guitar on it, lower on the 808s, I'm
Okay.
with.
Is there anyone that you're trying to sound like, or artists that have inspired you that you're like SZA? I don't.
I get it all the time. Apparently, my stuff sounds like SZA. I respect and love the woman's music. Never have wanted to sound like her. Never have put a yeah, yeah, no. But I would go back to my stage presence being inspired by Amy Winehouse and my versatility being inspired by Aaliyah type thing. And then now, like the melodic expression of emotion and finding a way to make your sad, dark emotion sound cool. It's more like Sleepy Hollow, A Boogie, those types of people, but
Hmm.
just not like in the lyric format. I just like the sound.
And then the feel of it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So New Year, January. What have you got coming up?
Okay, so this year I came into it very stressed because 2024 I was all about performance, trying to get on stage. It's the most thing, like it's the biggest part of this industry that I enjoy is being on stage. But coming into 2025, it's all about promotion. I need to target my audience, and that has been like the most frustrating thing to me is trying to figure out who I want to target and just sitting there comfortably. Um, that's kind of what my goal is this year, releasing music, getting videos, and just general content, whether it's just me sitting there in front of a camera or genuinely going out on stage making content, whatever it is, just content 2025.
I feel that I make a lot of content, and
Yeah.
it's a terrible and exciting journey at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you have any shows coming up that you want to talk about? Or any sort of like EPs or songs that you're like stoked about, maybe collaborations?
So I have a video coming out with Hitch the Poet. That would
Hmm.
be Spidey. We've been working on that for a little bit. The song's been done. The video's just been a bit of a project because we're so far apart. So I gotta like hop on a boat or vice versa to kind of get that done. Or work on a little bit more of a creative route for a video. Other than that, I have an EP with Staples coming out, which is like a collection of a year and a half of music that means the absolute world to
Oh, that's
me.
gonna be very emotional. Yikes.
Yeah, it's super, super. I've been working on it so hard. Staples also, so I'm excited for that. That'll be This is single February 14th on Valentine's. Don't expect it to be a lovey song though. And then we'll do the EP following in March.
There's no romance there, right? I think we already know
No
there's.
romance. We're just best friends who know how to bring out each other's like bare vulnerability.
Okay, cool. And any shows?
Shows, always shows. I just hush about them.
Okay, cool. Okay. And then, do you have any goals for yourself? Obviously, you said you want to make more content, more daily content. Do you have like a certain like a I don't know, like something more quantitative that people can relate to, like you know, I don't know.
I think the thing about the way I want to make content is it's not fun. Like my music's not it's not it was never supposed to be fun because it's my life and my life wasn't fun. So I was trying to find a way to build content that people aren't going to sit there and dread, but that
Definitely not.
yeah, but like that expresses me, and at the same time I really want to express that like people see me on stage, I'm smiling, I'm bright, I'm like, let's go. But like in my own head, like I cry in the bathroom stalls, I'm outside talking about what I need to get done, how I'm gonna get back to the island. Like there's always something going on, and I always have an intention, whatever room I go into, that I'm always working on personally and nobody else knows. So I think like really what I'm trying to figure out is how I can continue to connect with artists
Hmm.
and understand their perspectives and help them, because that's also a big thing I love to do, is give advice and help
Hmm.
while also like helping myself, you know?
You gotta, at the end of the day, you kind of gotta help yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, I think you're a pretty established artist. I think a lot of people know you in the community around here. For people that are looking to establish themselves as an artist of your caliber, what are some maybe small tips that you could give them?
So first of all, I don't see myself as like a big presence on the mainland. So it actually blows my mind if even one human being ever says that. So like really
I think your name
appreciate
has been
that.
dropped at least 3 times in the last interview, so I give yourself that credit at least.
I really appreciate that. Honestly, like I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. If I could give any advice, the first piece of advice would be don't be afraid to say no. It's great to prove that you're willing and prove that you can show up, but to a certain extent, I think if you're always a yes man in this industry, it's just it's unbeneficial. It makes you look like a walkover, and at the end of the day, it's just kind of hard to gain respect when you're just saying, "Yeah, I'll do this show, and yeah, I'll do that, and yeah, I'll be on this feature, and yeah, I'll do this," and then privately you wonder why you're not gaining anything from it.
Hmm.
So I say just don't be afraid to say no. Second of all, I think artists have this like really harsh idea around like building a brand, because you are yourself, and a lot of artists, whether you have your real name, government name in your brand,
Hmm.
it's has to be an understanding that when you're on stage and when you go to bed at night, that's two different things. And so yes, always try and find a brand that's unique, sell it, push it, cool, be edgy, do unique things. Remain authentic though, because it'll always come back to you, regardless of whether you get the big numbers. If you are fake, it'll come back to you. And
Yeah.
if you want to get rich, but just remember that like that money's going to sit there in your bank account and you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror with it. I would want to like myself when I make all the money I make. So just remain authentic. And then other than that, like I tell everybody, like in this industry, if you're not going to push yourself further than you thought you could go, do not expect a damn soul in this world to push you further. This is like already a selfish industry, you know? Gotta push yourself. That's about it.
No, those are. I think most people have said push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and it's been a very consistent note. But I think the 3 points that you've brought up have been completely different, and I think they are great tips. They're
Thank
really
you. I
good
really
tips.
appreciate that.
Okay. So last question catches people off guard. Who is the rap goat?
Ah, Gotta do this to me, AQ. The rap goat. Jeez.
I mean, you're a rap goat. I don't, Somebody said Snoop Dogg.
He's cool. He's cool.
He's dope. He's dope.
Go. I would probably, I don't know, my personal rap goat, like somebody I could listen to like probably 10 years from now and like 10 years ago. I don't know. I'd probably go back to.
Should I say Tupac?
No, definitely not. Actually,
Okay.
I really like Tupac, but I've just no. I'd probably say I don't know. It's actually really hard now. This is kind of hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, this is really hard because I'm like really bad at name. I don't like name dropping. I don't know.
That's good. We got time.
I appreciate too many. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you have to drop a name. You have to drop a name.
I don't know.
Dude.
Does it have to be like a rapper, or does it have to? Can it be?
No, it can be. It can even be an R&B artist. Like I think that would make more sense.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I'll just say that the name that I've always wanted to work with in the industry, that's worked with so many versatile artists. Timbaland.
Timbaland's sick. I love Timbaland.
I would love to just spend like 8 hours in a studio, work on something. It would be so cool.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the one name you're gonna get.
Okay, I think we're happy with that. I think that's a good name.
Okay.
All right. Any closing statements you want to say, Jada, or Timeless? Oh.
Closing statements, I will say. First of all, I appreciate every single person on the mainland that I've worked with that continues to work with me, regardless of the distance I have. I also appreciate people not looking at me for my inconsistencies, because there are certain things that I do not. I think I say, and sometimes people catch me, and I'm not always doing it. I appreciate the fact that people will shout out my inconsistencies. It helps.
They'll call you out.
Thank you. And that's it. Other than that, I'm a girl in a world trying to find a dream. I'm gonna keep doing it. I hope that I work with y'all too.
Yeah. Wait, are we gonna make a song together anytime soon?
100%. 100%. I think it should be. You know what I think it should be? I think it should be like a cool like I think like speaking of Timbaland, if we can go and find something like Timbaland Aaliyah vibes, where I'm doing like the cool melodic choruses and you're doing like the funky verses on it, I think it'd be super dope.
Cool. Super dope. That sounds sick. All right. Thank you so much, Timeless. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Open Mic Thursdays. We had Timeless. She is a beautiful and wonderful artist and soul. So go ahead and visit her socials if you're interested. Make sure to listen to her songs and watch her music videos and everything she's putting out. She's going to be putting out amazing content, as she's mentioned. So keep an eye out for that. And I will catch you guys later.
Thank you for having me.